Hi, everybody. Oh, sorry, excuse me. It's okay. That's how today's going. But today is going to be a great day. And so we are pivoting our class from Zoom to this platform in our awesome group. And then I will upload this later to our YouTube channel so that we can share this with people that need to hear. This is an introduction to an entire new way of living. Is cliche, but not, because it really can pivot your entire outlook on your day-to-day life, how you are able to best care not only for yourself, your human babies, your fur babies, all the things. And I kid you not, 2020 is the year that we need this the most. So this is an introduction class to Young Living and essential oils, but I want to start by sharing 4 stories with you. And then we'll go over some of the options when you're ready to start your Young Living journey, because at the end of the day, it is all about you, what is best for you and your family, and meeting you where you're at, because this is a passion project for me. I heard this truth, it resonated with my soul, and I'm here to preach to the world because no one was preaching to me. And I was frustrated and awestruck, and I was like, nope, buck stops here. My friends will know this truth. So again, at the end of the day, it is all about you. And now let me share with you the craziness of essential oils and low tox or non-tox living. Because if you're like me, I thought this was complete hogwash in the beginning. I kept on with the status quo because I didn't know any different, and I felt like caca. But again, I didn't know there was a better way. I busted my butt to get through nursing school, missing my baby after a long battle of infertility, because I thought that was just how it was. And when she started having health issues and my health was going down the toilet, I automatically turned towards our allopathic healthcare system, because that's what we're taught in this country to do. We're taught that anything natural is weird. Sorry, goose is for sure right here. Ooh, today, West Texas is getting me. I need some lavender. We'll talk about that later. But I was just a product of our conditioning. We're taught that allopathic medicine is the way to go, but yet there's over 7,000 hospitals in only 50 states, and we're not getting people better. That's a problem. And when I started actually reading and learning things for myself, it became a glaring problem for me. And I was like, what? I just busted it going to nursing school to help people. But I'd been a nurse for 2 years at that point, and I could already tell that these were Band-Aids. These were not actually healing anybody. So I had a lot of moments that I'm sure you guys can say me too with also, because I kicked and screamed against anything natural because it was foreign to me and I was not sure how to handle it. But when there is a need, mama bears go out, right? And they do all investigating, and that's where my journey started. So yes, natural medicine is weird to us in this generation because we've been taught that it's weird, because the pharmaceutical industry was created in the 19-teens and 1915s to make lots of money and to alienate natural medicine, even though that's what we had had for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, right? So if you think this is weird, you're not alone. I have to remind myself, because we've lived this lifestyle for 7 years. I have to remember what it was like in the beginning when I was like, y'all are on crack. What are you smoking? This is so weird. I'm talking to Goose when I say this. My puppy dog, one of them. But anyways, so hopefully this class will intrigue you, pull at your heartstrings, get you to start maybe questioning the things in your environment. I know I used the toothpaste that I had always used because that's what my mom bought, and the laundry detergent, whatever was on sale and was the cheapest. Not okay, but it's a path and it's a journey, and it is something that is literally the easiest thing that we've ever done. It's a simple pivot. It's not something that has to be glaring and overwhelming and oh my goodness. That's what this community is for. That's what I'm here for, is to personally help guide you guys, and whoever got you into this community can help us with that as well. Guide you along the path. So all of that to say, that was where I was at, and I thought it was completely crazy. So you're not alone. So, but at the same time, when we think, okay, backstory, why is our generation the sickest in our country's history? Why is our country the sickest, even though we're supposed to be the wealthiest in the world? Why is that status quo okay when it's now 1 in 3 pregnancies that ends in miscarriage instead of 1 in 4? And 1 in 3 women develop a hormonal-based cancer. And those are just the female statistics. There's so many for men, it's not even funny. It's because we have been told that we cannot take care of our bodies, that we're not smart enough to take this medication that will create a dependence, not heal you, and cause lots of other issues. Is that not, like, that should be setting off alarms in your head going, excuse me, what? And until you have someone question those beliefs, you just go right along. It's kind of like the cows. When you herd them, they just follow the cow in front of them until something happens and it startles them, and then they might run. But then they all run, right? Let's not be that, or let's not be sheep. Let's be individuals that can learn and grow and do better for ourselves, our family, and our circles. So I have notes because I talk so much, it's not even funny. All of that to say, again, that plant-based medicine is original, and our bodies were created to function beautifully. Essential oils can seem weird because we don't know it off the top of our heads, right? But essential oils in their purest form are literally God's living medicine for our bodies. They work harmoniously with our bodies. The grade of essential oil is super important because it can be anything from flavoring your food to having a true therapeutic content that works to help bring our bodies into balance. One of the amazing things that I love that was a real pivot for my mindset, especially as a nurse, was that essential oils work to bring our body into harmony and into balance. They don't force an action on our body. And with medication, it forces an action. Even if we don't need it, it forces an action, right? And so, and a side note, we can use oils with medications. It's not one or the other. Again, it is all about learning along the way, and it's very doable. You'll get these resources when you become a member of our tribe. But I lost my train of thought because Goose is chewing on his toy. I'm real and it's okay. Oils shift. They work on a cellular level to pull oxygen and nutrients into our cells and force toxins out. So in the beginning, I had to use a little bit more oils than I use now. I had to use a full drop instead of just a little bit because my lifestyle was not clean. And when I say clean, sorry, Vanette, when I say clean is I use traditional products because I didn't know what was in them. And this is supposed to be an introduction. I don't want to go too deep because this should be bite-sized pieces that you take off at a time. Think about it, process it, ask questions, and then go to the next thing, right? So in our group, we have non-toxic living classes. We have What Are Essential Oils 101, and also on our Instagram page. They're both the Oily Spot community. So we were talking about oils and plants, and I should have used Clarity beforehand. Man, it's such a lifestyle. It just smells so good. It's crazy how your body can be drawn to these. Let me just tell you guys a little side note before I go to my next story. First story was, I thought this was completely crazy. Me too, you're not alone. Because our system is broken, but by design to make money. at the top, like five families in this country. Not okay. But side note, one of the major aha moments that I had in the beginning of this journey was that our babies were drawn to these. Aubrey was 2 months old, Allie was 4, and they would literally ask for the oils. You can't force a baby to use something that they don't want to openly, right? I have a redhead. I've tried. It doesn't work. But they were drawn to these. And I'm like, how can they be bad for you when you're drawn to them? When it's not an addictive substance. Just saying that. But anyways, so this class, I want to show you guys so that you can start thinking the tip-off point of how broken our healthcare system is, but at the same time, how empowered you can become with these resources. It's not a doom and gloom speech by any means, but I do want to wake you guys up to the status quo of our country and of our world is not okay. We are the guardians of our house. Sure, you cannot protect your family from what happens on the outside of your house necessarily, but you can say no when products are going to be coming into your house, how you're taking care of your family, your mindset shift about certain things like fevers, low-grade fevers are okay, and supporting your family with nutrition is something that you can do to empower your guys's that's not English, you guys on this journey. So again, not doom and gloom, just want to open you guys up to that. So I was a nurse. I thought natural stuff was crazy, but sweet Aubrey was so sick. And I could not figure out as a baby nurse how to fix her. I was like, I need a reset button. Seriously, it was so bad. And she was suffering and I could see it and I could not figure out how to make her better. And I was literally crying out to God saying, there's gotta be something in this world that can help my baby. And plain as day, because I was probably very sleep deprived and my guard was down. But plain as day, he said, use the oils I've already given you. And a little bit of backstory is that my godmother, Charlotte, you guys will see her pop in all the time in our team page. She's a platinum in Young Living, which means she has been around for a long time, loving on people. She had gifted me oils 4 years previous, and I was like, those stink, I want nothing to do with them. But we all have seasons of our lives, right? And when we had Aubrey, I was open finally to trying something because nothing else was working. So long story short, I broke down, busted open my Gentle Babies book, which I have one of these here somewhere. Busted open my Gentle Babies book, which is the reference guide to how to use essential oils pre-pregnancy, pregnancy, birth, and babies up to 2. And it fell open to the exact issue that she was having. And I was like, this is crazy. All right, I have nothing else to lose. Something has to help my baby. Let's try this. And I did what the book said. I used those oils and within 30 seconds, she goes, and she slept for 4 hours. I watched her the whole time. And I also read the entire reference book because I was like, what are these things? I have to know. But she had not slept longer than 10 to 15 minutes her entire life. And it was literally a beacon of hope. And yes, I ramble because I am a squirrel and I did not take my nitros today. But hear me when I say that's what this class is. It's a beacon of hope to discover truth. These oils that we're going to talk about, our intro to Young Living, they're amazing. They're amazing tools. There's a reason why I have not had to take our kids to the pediatrician like I used to. Day after day after day, days and days and days and days and days of sickness. Because we have tools to help support our bodies. That's not a health claim. That is real life experience, what has happened with me and literally hundreds of thousands of other people. So these bottles are hope. This community is hope and a beacon of truth. We joke that we're truth seekers because we don't take everything at face value. Because oftentimes our face value is to guide us like sheep a certain way to make the most money for big families and companies that don't really care about our health. So we have to care about our health. So I had used those oils with Aubrey. Within 30 seconds, I was shook to my core because I was like, what is happening? A couple of hours later, Jeremiah came home. We were married at the time. And he was like, did you kill her? Where is she? Like, we had been living in trauma for months because we could not help our baby. And I had found an answer. And I was like, this sounds completely crazy because it is. But this is what I'm learning. And here's this book. Let's read this together. Let's start learning all of these things. And it was a huge, huge, huge pivotal moment. And I kid you not, I did not stop studying about oils since that day. Because I want to be that beacon of hope for you today. I want to show you that there can be a better way. You don't have to feel like shit all the time. Yes, I cuss. I do love Jesus. Just saying. But you don't have to feel that way. You can have vitality. You can feel great. Will sickness happen occasionally still? Yeah. But we have tools that are amazing and they work harmoniously with our bodies to help our bodies from the inside out. That is awesome. And they're not Band-Aids. They're not Band-Aids. So that was my aha mindset shift. And then I immediately started learning about the oils that I had been gifted because I was gifted a premium starter kit, which we'll talk about in a little bit because that's the best bang for your buck with getting started with oils. It all comes in this little guide that you get when you start your journey with our team. But I read about those 12 oils and I was like, oh, they have so many possibilities. Oh my goodness. And I was like, wait, I don't need to get overwhelmed. So I took one oil a day and I learned about it and we started using it. And day after day, we felt better, we were getting healthier, and we were being happier, which is amazing. Especially now, all these years later, we have 4 girls, and a lot of life has happened, and the emotional aspect of what can happen as soon as you smell a fragrance and the support that an essential oil can bring is truly phenomenal. So, empowerment and truth is my heart for you guys today. So that was a little bit of my Young Living story. I immediately started researching everything about essential oils because I wanted to know that, listen, if I'm gonna do this hippie thing, I'm gonna do it right. If I do anything, it's like 100% full tilt all the way. If you guys know me personally, it's true. So I learned about essential oils. I learned about how to make the best essential oils, what questions to ask. I learned farming practices. I learned pretty much everything that I could. There's a book that's called The Chemistry of Essential Oils Made Simple by Dr. David Stewart. That man was God ordained for sure. And he spoke to my nurse heart. But that's a book that you guys can read even if you're not nurses. But when I met him, I cried and I said, thank you for changing my life and saving my life. Because the path that I was on at 23, I did not want to see 60. I felt horrible. If you guys know me personally, I used to suffer with fibromyalgia pain that was crippling and Hashimoto's that was so bad it caused me to have infertility in my early 20s. Again, kids born with cancer, that's happening nowadays. Not okay. There's just so many things that were like, man, got her, dang. It's not okay. You can have tools in your toolbox to help support your wellness. Better than that, people. Okay, so anyways, I read the Chemistry of Essential Oil book, the entire thing, and it's like this thick in one day because I wanted to be an informed consumer. So after all of that research, I called up the top 5 oil companies in the country and I started asking questions. And most companies wouldn't answer any questions because I wasn't a distributor or a member or whatever already. And the ones that did answer questions, they were super yes or no, or I'm sorry, that's proprietary information. And Young Living was actually the last company that I called because I was like, just because I got these for free, yes, that's such a nice gift, but how do I know they're the best, right? Because I'm an investigator and I'm that white kid that drove my mom crazy. Sorry, Mom, I love you. You're watching. I love you, Mom. But Young Living answered that poor customer service person, because I just called the 1-800 number on the website, right? I wasn't a member yet. I had just been gifted some oils. That person answered every single one of my questions. She was awesome. And then she gave me the addresses to all the continental US farms because that's where I live. And she said, go visit them. Go take part of the process. Go ask the questions. Go get your hands in the dirt. Do it. And I was like, well, okay. You can visit any of our farms. They're not all in the US. They're all over the world. And what's amazing is that they've been around for decades and decades and decades. Young Living is the company that created the modern day essential oil movement. They didn't just jump on the bandwagon. But anyways, I went to a farm. I asked all the questions. I got to speak with one of the head workers at the farm. I can't remember his name. I wish I could. But another aha moment for me was when I walked into the main distillery there, and they were actively distilling and harvesting and doing all the things. And I got to see that process because I said, I've used oils. What is this? Please tell me more. I've got to learn. And I saw this plaque that said, every product is made for a purpose, not a profit. And Seed to Seal is our calling, not a slogan. And I was like, these people love the earth and love people and love God so much, because once again, it's so much more than these little oils. These are your gateway to an entire community, an entire lifestyle that can pivot your being for in generations to come. So homework for you is going to seedtoseal.com. Seed, like the word, to seal.com, and look and do some investigating for you, because I want to give you teaching points today where you go and you do your own investigating, or you can just ask me the questions. But if you want to do that, if that is your jam, go for it, brother or sister, because it can change your life forever. So that is how I got started. And I was like, I love the heart and soul of this company. This is amazing. It's been 7 years. I haven't always made money from Young Living, but I've always preached about Young Living from the moment that I was fully fell in love with this company. Yes, you can make money with this company, but it's based off of how well you love on people. And it's the best business model around. People can sometimes have a bad rap with network marketing. It's because it wasn't done well for them. But in our tribe, we love on people first, and we see how we can help them. And if we can, great. If they're not ready yet, that's okay. We're still friends. We're not in it just for a buck. The culture of Young Living is phenomenal, because I have lots of friends that are network marketing companies, and they literally only talk to me when they're having a sale. That's not our jam. So let me look at my notes real quick. Yes, the products of lifestyle Western culture, and this is what it's caused. We have solutions. We talked about that. Yes, the heart and intention. Yes, every step of the process. And that was one thing too, Mom. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Later on, you guys won't be able to see the comments in here when it's on our YouTube channel, but we've been able to take full circle. Like I have planted lavender seedlings. I have helped with the harvesting. I've helped with the distilling. I've done all of the things. I've done all of the process, because Young Living always says we have nothing to hide. The heart of this company is amazing, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna be sucked in, and you're gonna be like, this is so good. If you don't, it's because we haven't got to your heart yet. What is your why in seeking out better health for you or your family or your pets, or just maybe better vitality? You just want to feel good. You don't have a whole lot of health things going on, but you want to feel better. Or that you actually read the back of your toothpaste and read that it says This is normal toothpaste that you get from like Walmart. And it says, if you swallow it to call poison control, and you're like, WTF. It's in my mouth. I'm swallowing some of it. Am I going to call poison control every day? No. There is an awesome documentary called Indoctrination. There's also a documentary called Stink. There's all kinds of information out there, plain as day, if you are wanting to learn. And that's what this community is about. It's not something that you have to do. You can just use your oils and be like, I switched out my products because I want to make sure my house is better and cleaner for me and for my family. But I mean, everything else, I don't need to know. I just know that I love my products, and that's okay. But if you're wanting to dive deep into truth, you can absolutely do that here. Excuse me, because it can be a real revolution. Let me see. Oh, I put struggling moms. At the beginning of my journey, that's what I was. And I'm like, I've done all the should do's. Why does life suck so bad? Well, guess what, friends? It doesn't suck anymore because of these tools in our toolbox for wellness. So I've talked a little bit that Young Living is the company that we love 1000% because of the fruits that we have seen from the heart and soul of this company at every single level. Also, that the quality of oils is super important because marketing can say whatever, but going to the root, asking the customer service people questions, going to the farms, they should have lots of farms. If you're going to make plants to produce essential oils, you should have lots of farms, right? And being able to be a part of that process should not be something that only the elite do. Every single person should be able to do that. And so go to seedtoseal.com if you're wanting to do that. There are some very basic safety tips. That is also a video in this group because essential oils are so potent that a little bit goes a long way. One of the amazing things is that when I first got essential oils, I was like, are these going to be more expensive? What am I doing here? What's happening? So I broke down the math, price per drop, and the fact that lots of times you can use like half a drop for things. That's amazing. It is so, so, so economical. And also too, just as an example, peppermint, which I don't have any peppermint because I put it in my tea and it's over there this morning. But 1 drop of pure therapeutic grade peppermint essential oil is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. That's amazing. I don't know about you guys, but back in the day, making peppermint tea, we did that for our bellies. That's why restaurants give out peppermints at the end of your meal, right? Because it helps with all things digestion. So just think of that in a concentrated way. So they are very, very, very economical. It is way cheaper for me to run my diffuser 24/7 than to buy my Yankee candles that I used to buy. And burning a Yankee candle for like 1 hour is the equivalent of smoking an entire pack of cigarettes for the toxin level that it gives off in your home. It's not okay. And again, even if you don't have health problems right now, why take the chance? Why not shift and pivot when you can? So because of the quality of essential oils that we have, we are able to use essential oils 3 different ways. There are different schools of thought with essential oils, and that's why you might have different viewpoints if you just Google them on the World Wide Web, because based off of the quality, you can only use oils a certain way. Sorry, Bubba. Hey, just calm down. You're okay. So the Germans use oils mostly, I believe that way. I'm having a brain fart at the moment, clearly, but they dilute it heavily, and I think that that's the topical application, but like 1 drop in a gallon, because again, they don't have the best purity. And then the English say to diffuse, but the French model of aromatherapy says that you can apply oils topically, you can use them aromatically, or you can take them internally. Again, for all of the details, that's a video in our group in the unit section, and it will also be a video that is on our YouTube channel. So what's so nice is that we can use oils several different ways. And they are amazing tools for wellness. Now, I want to go over just a couple of the oils that come in the premium starter kit because that is the very best bang for your buck when you're like, Elise, what you've said did pull at my heart. And I do want, so I have to sneeze. And I do want to learn more. Give me all the things. How can I do this the best, most economical way? Well, a premium starter kit is the way to do that. And the best thing about Young Living is that when you become a member, it's kind of like a Costco membership. And you buy a starter kit, which you can make that whatever you want it to be. You can have as much savings or as little, just depending on what you're needing. And you don't have to do anything monthly. We choose to do things monthly because we get Ningxia Red Juice, we get all of our vitamins, we get oils, we get shampoos and conditioners and lotions and toothpaste and laundry soap and all the things because it's a giant easy button when you find a company with a purity that Young Living has to know that you're getting good quality products in your home. But you don't have to. There are no drawbacks to a Young Living membership. It's phenomenal. So the best way that I did is like, I want all of the oils. I want the basics to start this oily life. How do I do that? And that was with the premium starter kit. It comes with 12 oils. So we're gonna go through them really quickly. And again, when you sign up in our tribe, you get a introduction booklet with lots of recipes and how to use the oils, and a little bit about the super juice that I just mentioned and the personal care products and the baby things, right? But I want to touch on just a couple of my favorites. I won't go over all 12 because I have other videos that do that, and this video would be so long. But lavender, I just mentioned lavender, needing it because I'm sneezing and I've got gunk in my chest. We love it for seasonal distress issues. What's really cool is that every medicine that we have nowadays, at one point, some scientists found a plant that had a chemical constituent that had a healing property to it. And they're like, ooh, we want that. Let's take that one chemical constituent out of that plant, synthesize it in a lab, add lots of other stuff to it, and make a pill. Well, I don't want the lots of other stuff. And I don't want the synthesized version because God has made it perfectly for our bodies. So I'd much rather use the lavender. And if you have the Lavender Vitality, which is a lavender bottle that has a white label on it, you can see right here in my little booklet. Some of them have colored labels and some of them have white labels. Young Living, again, went above and beyond because the FDA was like, listen, you're a multi-billion-dollar company, you better slowly roll because we can't make money on you kind of thing. And they went and did complete different licensure to make little Vitality labels, which are the white ones, that are labeled generally regarded as safe for internal use, which is great. It's the exact same oil as in the color bottles, but when it is a natural substance, it can only have 2 modes of use. It can't have 3. So Young Living is a rock star and made separate labels, but they're the exact same oil. So use your reference book for that. But I also love lavender as a linen spray at night and a diffuser for the kiddos to help them wind down. I love it because it was one of the oils. I also used frankincense with my skin. I used to have horrific purple acne scars from cystic acne that I've done lots of oil things, not lots, very simple actually oil things to help clear up. Lavender is one of those things that really help to support my skin. So lavender is amazing. And when I first got started in my Young Living journey and I was like, I don't know what the reference book says, they need something, I just put lavender on it. And then I would read in my reference book and most of the time I wouldn't need anything else. So lavender has an amazing array of chemical constituents. It has one of the highest number of chemical constituents in a single oil. So it's like the Swiss Army knife, which is awesome. Now I'm gonna talk about Stress Away. Stress Away is like an island in a bottle. I need some right now because Goose is being really annoying. Because we don't have a doggy door because he's the size of a human, wants to go in and out. Anyways, Stress Away is how I get through my days. Crazy mom life when the kids are like losing their junk or this entire year. When you breathe in an essential oil, it goes straight to the limbic system of your brain and it automatically can have an effect on your body. It doesn't have to go through another sensory passageway. It works automatically. That's amazing. That's how, like, you can smell a scent and it reminds you of your grandma's home. And you're like, whoa, where'd that memory come from? It's directly tied to memories in our emotional center. So scent is so, so key and a huge way that we use essential oils. Stress Away, absolutely love. It's got vanilla in it. So just shake it up because the vanilla is actually an extract. It's not an essential oil. It has to be produced in a different way. So just shake it up, roll it all on, take some deep breaths, and chill out. I love it. Peppermint, I mentioned earlier, all things digestion, all things. I love it. You can put it on topically. You can take it orally if you have the Vitality label. You know what I mean? I love it in my tea first thing in the morning. I will say that I love putting oils in my water, but I use a glass or stainless steel container because oils digest petrochemicals. That's one of the reasons they're so good for our bodies, because they're like little scrubbers of our cell receptor sites. So our bodies work better and faster the way they're supposed to. They're not bogged down with all the junk. But we don't want to put, like, this is for sure a super cute mug that my kids made me. We're gonna pretend like this is plastic. You wouldn't want to put an oil in the plastic and let it eat away at that plastic and then drink it. No. You can actually use oils like lemon, also comes in the Premium Starter Kit, to break little hair ties in girls' hair, get sticky residue off from stickers. I personally love to use it because it's very alkalizing to our body. Lemon juice is acidic. The rind is alkalizing. Viruses and bacteria and cancer need an acidic environment to live and thrive. So if we can make our bodies more alkaline, we can support our overall health, and then it will make it harder for those pathogens and all the junk to live and thrive in our bodies, right? So I was talking about peppermint. Peppermint can be used lots of ways. I also really like it if I'm having some head tension. I'll put a drop in my palm like this, and then I'll just rub here or a little bit on my thumb, place it to the roof of my mouth. Love me some peppermint. Another one that is great for digestion is Digize. And if you know, then you know. Digize stinks. But I am lactose intolerant and I love Mexican food. It's a problem, usually a gassy one and lots of discomfort, but I have found that by using Digize beforehand, I can eat whatever I want and I don't have the gas, which is great. Allie had severe tummy issues. She had an egg-sized hernia from gas and stool when she was little because she could not push out her poop. It was so hard. We even made a song about how to push out poop. Should I get her to push out the poop? It would not work. But Digize was a lifesaver for her, and it still is to this day. Frankincense, if you guys are in the church, you've heard about frankincense. It was given to the Christ child for a reason because they literally used it from their head to their toes. All of the time, that is one of the ways that they actually gauged people's wealth back in ancient times, was by how much essential oils they had, especially frankincense. There are some amazing references in education on frankincense. You can go to pubmed.gov and type in frankincense oil. So many good things, but I also really like it spiritually. It's just calming and grounding. Love it. Also really good for your skin. Thieves, if you know about anything about oils, which I had nothing to go by when I started my journey. I literally was like living under a rock. I didn't even know what Thieves oil was. It is phenomenal. It is like usually the gateway oil. If it's not lavender or Stress Away, it's Thieves with the Young Living Lifestyle because of its ability to support our bodies above the wellness line. Wellness line, you're about par. Up here, you're feeling awesome. Vitality, all the things. Here, you start to feel like caca and start dealing with stuff like colds and flus and sickness and blah, 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 right? So Thieves is a great way to support our immune system overall. We make teas with it, you put it in capsules, and you can diffuse it. You can put it on the bottom of your feet at night. So many good things. There are also tons of other oils. I don't want to go over all of them, but when I say that this is a phenomenal bang for your buck, it really, really, really is. I if I said that like this is my favorite oil from all of them, it's because it's true. Like right now, Raven also comes in the starter kit. I love it for supporting our respiratory system. So good. Valor, literally we just put it on Allie because it helps with confidence, and she has a test today. One quick last story about these oils. Valor actually, so Thieves comes from, back up, Thieves comes from the legend of the great thieves during the plague. They put, the aromatherapist, put different herbs and oils all over themselves, and they were able to steal from the dead and dying of the plague and never got sick. I've actually seen that document in a museum in Germany. So cool. But that's what that's based off of. Valor is based off of the regimen of plants and oils that the Roman soldiers put on themselves before going into battle, and they conquered the known world. Confidence. Think confidence. Also, we won't go into this a lot because that's another class, but frequencies of the human body overall, how it functions is super important. Our bodies function on a frequency level, and then a chemical level, and then a hormonal level. That's the order of how fast things change in our body. The normal human healthy body is like 68 to 72, I believe, megahertz is when we function optimally. Essential oils can really, 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 really benefit us because a lot of them have frequencies higher than that to help to pull our body up, right? To help to support our body overall. Valor is the same frequency as the human spine. So it really helps with supporting our alignment that way. So just case in point, just a tip. So diffusing oils, you can diffuse all of these, take them internally, do all the things, but you find out what's best for you with the introduction booklet first. We also have a pocket reference book that tells you the nitty-gritty scientific terms of all the oils and what they can do and how to use them. I love that because science is my jam, but you don't have to be a scientist. You can literally just smell the oils, and when you get your starter kit, open them all up and start smelling them and start looking up how to use them. Pick one oil a day or one oil a week and really get to know that oil and all the things that it can do for you. Diffusing is one of our favorite ways to use oils because it's easy. Helps to clean the air, helps to lift the mood, helps with all of the viruses and bacteria and all of that junk. It just helps to support a better environment overall. And what's really nice is it helps to hyperoxygenate the air, so a better air quality, right? And it helps, I should have turned on the diffuser before I started this class because our goose boy has lots of anxious tendencies. And so I usually put the diffuser on during the day for him. But diffusing is one of the very best ways. And you can get a diffuser with your starter kit that has a 1-year warranty, which is phenomenal because I'm a klutz. My kids are klutzes. Like, I need to know that if I accidentally break it, you're going to return it, fix it for me. So, Young Living, let me see. With a membership to Young Living, like I said, it's like a Costco membership. You can start for as little as $35 all the way up to the kit that we were just talking about that comes with 12 oils and a hand sanitizer that's actually safe and effective for you. Most hand sanitizers are horrifically toxic for you. Just saying, killing the good and bad bacteria, making you more susceptible to sickness, not only breaking down your skin, so that's another mode for the nasty to get into your body. Like, healthy hand sanitizer is a vital necessity this year. And also too, Thieves. You know how we talked about the Thieves oil blend and how great it was at protecting you? Well, Young Living's made an entire line of Thieves products. That's what we clean our house with. The Thieves hand sanitizer, and there's also a Thieves spray that comes in there. Super Juice, we mentioned, just to make us feel so much better. It's kind of like a liquid vitamin, but so much more than that. That sample comes in there, and lots of different samples and access to our amazing community. That goes all the way up to $165. So that is over $400 worth of goodies for that price point. You want to talk about amazing? I can't even get those deals on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. It is so, so good. So that was the kit that we talked about today. Let me read to you all of the things that come in that starter kit. Real fast, we're almost done. Comes with all those goodies, plus lavender, stress away, peppermint, digest, frankincense leaves, pan away, peace and calming, lemon, valor, citrus rush, raven. I already said peace and calming. Yes, all of those things, and plus samples that I didn't even mention. So it is a huge bang for your buck. It's an investment in your future that does not have to be overwhelming. It's a super easy button. We have an awesome community that is thriving and learning together. So you don't have to feel like, one, you've missed the buck because you haven't. Two, that it's too overwhelming because it's really not. And three, you can go at your pace, your own pace. When I was learning about the products in my home, and I used this app that's called Skin Deep, and I was scanning the barcodes to see the toxin levels in my products, I literally threw all of them away and ordered the healthy versions. But you don't have to be dramatic like me. I mean, you can, but you don't have to be. You can use up the products that you have in your home that you bought, and then you can swap out your products for healthier options. Greenwashing by all the main brands is a huge problem because they can say whatever they want on the label, and it's not actually clean, not actually safe, not actually going to kill the viruses, the bacteria, and all of those things. But with Young Living products, we know the purity's there, and we know the effectiveness is there, and the products are so concentrated. I can buy one hand soap and literally make 3 with the one. So that's why lots of us decide to get a wellness box every month called Essential Rewards. I love it, and I was so mad because I did not know about Essential Rewards for 6 months. I was ordering products here and there whenever I needed them, but I didn't know that I could get it on an Essential Reward program. All that is a monthly wellness box that you can change the products in every single month. You can change when it ships every single month, super easy. And you start off getting 10% back. My Target Red Card does not do that, does not. And then, so the first 3 months you get 10% back, and whatever you purchase, you get that in points, and 1 point equals $1, excuse me. So exciting. And then after that, months 4 through 24, you get 20% back. This is not like, well, you need 500 points and you get $5. No, you have 500 points, you have $500 in that bank. And it's awesome. And then after month 25, it's 25% back. Guys, I have done the math because I needed to prove to my spouse that I was actually saving money with our healthy products. And we are. With our cleaner, the Thieves Cleaner comes super concentrated in a 24-ounce bottle for I think like $22. 1 cap of that bottle makes a whole 64-ounce container for like 20 cents, I think. The best bang for your buck. Finding healthy, clean products, getting 20%, 25% back, 10% back even, so great. And the qualities, they are super concentrated. Like my lotions, I can make 4 or 5 bottles of lotion with 1 lotion. And I'm not even a DIYer. Super easy. So, wellness boxes, you can take it or leave it. I personally love it. And then on top of that, Young Living is ridiculous with how much they love on us, okay? Young Living also gives you free products every single month. When you purchase a certain PV amount, which is the dollar amount, they will give you, like at $100, they give you free shipping, which is awesome. At $190, they're giving you free products. At $250, they're giving you free products. At $300, they're giving you free products. Y'all, I cannot go into Target and spend less than $200. And none of it's healthy for me. None of it. Even the stuff that's a healthier alternative still isn't as clean as a Young Living version. And then, so you're getting free products, and then you're getting a percentage back, which is awesome. And then you're getting free shipping. Are you kidding me? Like, it is so good. And no, we've not drank the Kool-Aid. We drink Ning's Red Juice. We feel amazing. And we are taken care of better than any other company because from the very conception of a naturopath wanting to make the purest essential oils for his patients to what Young Living is today as a multi-billion-dollar company, the slogan has not changed. The core value has not changed. Every product is made for a purpose to better someone's life. And I wish you could feel the passion. Maybe you can because I'm dramatic, but that's what it's about. A lifestyle pivot, changing, being healthier, not only so that you feel better, but that your kids feel better, that you function better, the spiritual healing that you can get from essential oils, bar none. I have friends that are psychologists and psychiatrists that say, I have been in counseling sessions with patients for years and not been able to have the breakthroughs that using the essential oil once with counseling has done. Spiritual level, emotional level, physical level, Young Living has something for every single pain point. Not only that, we have a kick-ass community. And yes, I said it because I feel like cursing puts it over and above, right? And it's the sisterhood, brotherhood, family. Y'all, this year has sucked. It has sucked. But we have this community to keep us going, which is awesome. And we pull each other up by our bootstraps, and we send out Happy Meal, and we check on each other and make sure that you're doing okay. And we have tools to help with adrenal fatigue, which long terms of stress cause, which the whole world is in right now. It's the start of a beautiful, beautiful lifestyle. So I hope this class has given you hope for a better future, even if you don't have something serious. Better quality of life, better day-to-day feeling, and hope knowing that it's doable for you. Hope knowing that it can be super easy and fun, and there's all the science to back it up, and you can just love on people. And if you need extra income, you can also make amazing income, but that's a different class. That's okay, because the heart and soul of Young Living is loving on people. 96% of Young Living is just happy customers buying products. I am literally tracking my FedEx shipment today because I had over 300 points in my shopping cart after 2 months of ordering, and I paid $6 in shipping, because when you use points, you actually have to pay for shipping. But over $300 in products for free for just being a loyal customer. And then I see the commercials about get 1 to 2% cash back, unlimited, and it makes me laugh. I'm just like, okay, yeah, because that's such a good deal. I think not. So anyways, peace, light, love, all of the things. Yes, I'm extra. You don't have to be extra to be part of this journey. I have lots of friends that are like, whoa, Elise, I'm just gonna be in my little lane, and I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm still gonna love my oils. It takes all kinds. You don't have to fit in a box. It is one of the most loving, all-inclusive communities I have ever found. And I grew up military, and that is one strong community also. This is better than that even. It's amazing. So I'm gonna go upload this to YouTube so that you guys can share it, 1, and 2, let Goose out so that he doesn't pee on my floor. So, real life. And that's what it is. You don't have to be perfect. Progress over perfection. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.